Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and our Unovan unveiling continues here on the channel. Not just in this video, but in this very moment, because we have a new species that has popped up in the wee hours of the morning. I'm getting ready to head out to my class for the day. But we got us a fungus. Let's get this to lock in here. And it's actually weather boosted right now, too. I believe we have the clear skies weather going on, which does boost grass type Pokemon. Let's sneak up carefully on it here. Have this nice golden Raz. Look, I'm so dark out, it's so early. I mean, yeah, 7 o'clock is early, right? And it's also cold out. You can tell the season is changing. As they say, winter is coming. Alright, that wasn't a very good throw, but it is a golden Raz and it's just a fungus. What are the odds of it breaking out? I mean, there are exact odds, I just don't know them. Anyway, we got a new addition to our Pokedex. That's our first catch of the day, 6-day streak. Cute little fungus. Now, how do you evolve? Just 50 candy, okay. You are female, your stats are, But again, I like to get 5 of something and then choose the best one, so don't think we're gonna go with this fungus, but it is a new Pokedex entry. Let's check it out here. Where are you at? Oh, you're not even towards Clink, that's cool. Fungus, the mushroom Pokemon. It lures Pokemon with its pattern that looks just like a Pokeball, then releases poison spores. Question, if Pokemon try to break out of the Pokeballs and evade them, why would looking like a Pokeball lure them in? Pokemon don't make sense sometimes. Anyway, for the time being, I'm going to do a little bit of walking, see if I can work on hatching up some of these eggs. I've got all the gift eggs incubating right now. So I might be able to hatch these before my class begins. We'll see that in just a moment. If not, I'll hatch them after I'm done class for the day. But I definitely want to show you all the shiny regionals I'm going to hatch when these hatch up. And then we'll get on the rest of the Unovan Pokemon hunting as the day progresses. Now that I'm out here by my class and I got time to recoup my thoughts here, we're going to take a look at the news. Apparently, our legendary raid hour for today, Wednesday, is postponed to a later date globally. What? Due to technical difficulties, legendary raid hour with Mewtwo will be postponed to a later date globally. We apologize for the inconvenience. It's not really an inconvenience for me. Maybe some people have set their watches to such an event, but I'm not really that, what would you call it, that gung-ho over the raid battles. Whenever it happens for me. So I'm not too disappointed by that. Just means I'm going to have more time to catch some more Unovan species today when my class is done. So the excitement is getting to me. I want to hatch these eggs before class begins, and I got plenty of time to walk, less than 1 more kilometer to go. Let's do that walking, get these eggs hatched up, and see together what do my last 9 eggs, my last big batch of gift egg hatches give me for Pokemon Go. The time has come. The eggs are starting to hatch up right now. I have particular hopes for what we're going to get from these eggs, but let's let fate decide what I deserve, basically. Alright, first of 9. I think they all should be hatching at the same time here. We get a Happiny. What's happening, Happiny? You know what, we'll check your stats all in a group after. I just want to burn through these hatches. Next up, we got Egg 2. Another nice regional, very cool. Particularly, I don't need that one, but I can trade it to some more people, of course, that don't happen to hatch one themselves. Egg number 3. What do you think we're going to get? Throw some comments down there quick. What are we going to get out of these eggs? A Farfetch'd. Cool. Again, I already have a Farfetch'd. It's Kangaskhan I want to get. I want, hopefully, at least 2 more Kangaskhan by the end of the event. Egg number 4 gives us another Mr. Mime. So we're seeing some of the rarer ones that I haven't gotten recently hatching out of these eggs. Next is Egg 5. Now, I went into the Pokemon list just as some of the eggs were hatching, so I got a sneak peek at what some of them are going to be, unfortunately. So there's a couple that I will not be spoiled by. Got us a Chingling out of that one. Egg number 6. Let's see. So take a lean here against the wall. It's an Azurill. It's not regional. Why would you give me that? Alright, well, I think I know what 2 of the ones are going to be. There's only 1 more surprise I'm not expecting just yet. This gives us a Happiny. Now I'm going to call it, I believe the next 2 are Munchlax and Riolu, I believe I saw. But let's see if what I saw is correct. There's Riolu. Alright, I want to check your stats because I don't yet have a Riolu Lucario. That is darn good. You may be my keeper. Alright, last should be a Munchlax. Can you at least make it a 100% Munchlax, please? I highly doubt it. But you never know. Indeed, there is Munchlax right there. No Kangaskhan. However, the event is not done just yet. From what I've heard also, not only can we still get the gift eggs that could have regional Pokemon in them, but you may get 2-kilometer eggs from gifts. Or I think maybe that's what it's guaranteed now, to give us one last final push to try to get as many of these regionals as we can. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to open some gifts, but I'm not going to fill up on the gift eggs completely. As I said in the last video, I do want to... Where am I going? I'm literally not moving. Anyway, I do want to get some of the standard eggs. Apparently I'm going too fast. So I can get some possible Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott. I won't say no to those. A Dano from a 10K wouldn't be bad either. Let's go ahead and check the stats of all these Pokemon. So the Happiny. Okay. We got Chingling, Azurill with max HP. That's pretty, I would say standard. And that's a pretty nice and even Happiny. That's that Riolu. Munchlax is okay. That's a decent Mr. Mime. Farfetch'd. Another decent Mr. Mime, and that was it. Alright, so, just as one last part of this video, we do have a stamp to claim. That's going to be for our 6th stamp, which means tomorrow will be our Research Breakthrough event, and we'll have that in this video. I wonder if we'll get to see the Unova Stone. Also, I'm moving the phone. You see the screen's not moving? The game froze again. How can a company put out a product with this many flaws and get away with it? I ask that on a daily basis. Anyway, I gotta get moving off to class. I can't deal with this right now. I'll see you in a moment as we do some more Unovan Pokemon hunting in the uptown area of my hometown. Now I get what they're talking about when they said not 2K eggs, but if I go to my journal, I did open some gifts while I was waiting throughout the day. And whereabouts is this? Opened a gift from my friend, where is it? Fau Ava. They got 2 7-kilometer eggs. That's what they were talking about when they said 2. Not 2 kilometers, to 7 kilometers. So that's still a lot of walking. But my current goal is, actually a couple of goals here. I'm going to start getting some eggs from our local stops. I do have a 10K I picked up. I've only got a few incubators left before I've used all of them up. I gotta go to my infinite basic use incubator, but I'm gonna try to hatch some new things other than the gift eggs for the rest of this video. In addition to that, I'm trying to harvest up some candy for my 2 editions of Barf and Dale. Sounds weird. To try to do some possible evolutions. Now normally, what I do when it comes to evolving Pokemon, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you'll see I like to take them into a raid battle and get them some battle experience to evolve up. But I want to power them up first to the point where they need 5,000 additional 5,000 additional Stardust per power up. Right now we got Dale up at needing 3,000 and good old Barf. Where's you at? Right below. She still needs 1,300, so she's going to take a little bit longer. Generally I wait till I hit the 1,000,000 Stardust mark before I power something up all the way to needing 5,000. But I think with this new generation, I'm going to mix things up a little bit. As I break 100 candy for each species, I'm going to power them up right then until we get below 100 again. Wait till I catch something for more candy, power up, yada yada yada. Just to try to speed through these power-ups and get to the evolutions as fast as I can. So that being said, can we get an egg here? We got a 2K. I will incubate that right away. As it said in the news update, the species we're getting out of these I've already caught. Actually, I could use more Pidove and what else is there? No, Petrat, Lillipup, and I think Purloin as well. So I can use more of those. I'll take more of those. But try to get some bigger eggs and keep walking, see if I can get some. I need more of these. Can I find that in time? I don't know. But anyway, long story short, gonna keep walking, keep hunting, getting candy, powering up, and see if we get to an evolution perhaps in this video. We have hatched our first few eggs of the new Unova update. Our first 2K that we hatched earlier did give us a Patrat, which is more candy to power Dale up, much appreciated, and some Stardust, of course. We then hatched a 5K, which was not a Unovan species, it was a Sneasel, but I mean, again, more Stardust is always helpful. We're sitting here right now, we have a 10-kilometer egg ready to hatch. Are we going to see anything amazing out of this as far as Unovan species go? Let us take a look-see. We find an Absol, I mean, okay. A nice 2003 Stardust though. Stats, you're going to be perfect because, you know, we didn't even want to get you. Oh, that's not bad though. 2 points off of each stat. So, I mean, okay then. We currently have, what do we got? One more 2K, sorry, actually 2 more 5Ks. One of them's going to hatch pretty soon too. We could find something new out of that. Anyway, meanwhile, we'll continue on strolling around. We got Team Rocket, we got a Patrat here. Barf found a candy. We got rewards to claim. All sorts of crazy stuff happening here in Pokemon GO. So let's keep on going and see what we can find. So one of these days I will actually remember to do a little sign off before leaving the Uptown area. Once my phone is down to like 10%. I always forget to do that, so it is now the next day. We are here, I'm back outside my class waiting for it to begin. I got time to walk around and work on hatching some eggs. But let's do a little recap of what happened yesterday. Before we do that, I just want to point out, that's the first wild Snivy I've seen in the game. I ain't got no time to go further right now, but it does remind me that as I'm walking through the Uptown area, I keep seeing Oshawott on the nearby at a part of town, a playground called Rainbow Park. And they're in various spots. There's a few different Pokestops down there. I haven't been down there before. I'm debating whether or not to go down and do an Oshawott hunt someday. I might, but I'm also thinking I may want to wait, get 5 Oshawott that I've hatched up, because you usually get better stats from the eggs. Maybe if they are going to be research rewards too, that's a better way to get them for better stats. Because if I go down to Rainbow Park and I do get 5 Oshawott, since they're wild random encounters, they may be pretty bad stat-wise, and I want to choose at least a decent one. So what I am also considering, if it's a rainy day, maybe see if I can get a lift down there or something like that. That's all just random rambling right now. But as far as the starters go, I will get them, because I'm currently working on a number of 5K eggs. So something I did last night was I tried to hatch out the last of those 2-kilometer eggs, trying to get some last-minute good stat Pokemon I can add to my collection. And I didn't really, I hatched I think another Patrat, but the rest were all older generation Pokemon. So my goal for today is try to get burning through a lot of these 5K eggs, and what would that be? 5, 10, that'd be 15 kilometers total walk. I have done it before, I don't know if I'll do it this time, but we'll see. And start moving on to these gift eggs again. Now let's talk about some Pokemon I've added to the collection. We have selected our Purloin. It's going to be Azrael here. And as far as stats go, now I say stats are not the most important thing. You know, I want to be a, what's the word? I really want to push that out there, that stats, they do matter, but not always all the time. So even a lower stat Pokemon can still do good if you believe in them. So Azrael here, nothing really maxed out, but at least everything is 2 bars full, which is not bad. I like that. Now let's talk about our Pidove we have added, little Squit. I didn't have a lot of good luck getting many Pidove. Even the Tranquil that I did catch last video, was not super great, but he's got really nice attack, even better defense. The HP is very lacking. However, if you understand the reference that this name Squit comes from, low hit points might kind of make sense. If you do understand that reference, let me know in the comments. I want to see how many people get it. Well, anyway, I've added them. I am now in the process of trying to get candy for all of my Pokemon, these new 4 that I picked up. I will show that I have gotten Dale maxed out, or it's not maxed out, but to where I want to get him before evolution. So he's at power up of needing 5,000 Stardust. Now it's a matter of gathering up the candy to evolve him up. I like to keep 100 in stock, as you may be aware, and then in addition to that 100, get the 50 we need for evolution. What I'm also going to do for these species though, since it only takes 10,000 Stardust and 25 of their candy to unlock the new charged move for them, I'm going to do that as soon as I can, because I've seen with things like, I think Happiny, to get a Happiny, a second charged move is 10,000 Stardust, 25 candy. As it evolves up through Chansey and Blissey, those requirements actually increase. Maybe not Happiny, I might be thinking Togetic. or Togepi, but I do know one of them for sure, and other species I'm sure as well, will have their requirements increase as they evolve up through different forms. So if I see 10,000 Stardust, 25 candy, that's the lowest that you can get. I want to try to get those charge moves unlocked just in case, for example, Watchog might require more than what we're seeing here. Kind of makes sense in the long run to get stuff done at the cheapest level. Alright, all that rambling now being done, I'm going to do some wandering, try to hatch up some eggs before class begins. I got about 15 minutes, and see if I can get some more candy for these Pokemon. If anything amazing pops up, I will show you that. Otherwise, I probably won't be back until after class is done, and I'm back on the Uptown hunt once again. We're now on lunch break here at my class, and I have accomplished a task for the day. Let's get this claimed up. That is our breakthrough box. So do we get to see Unova stones on day one, or rather breakthrough day one, here in Pokemon Go? So I traded a Pokemon. This should be a Bronzor, I believe. Let's see, do we find the shiny Bronzor? Do you think my luck's gonna be that good? I never get shinies anymore. The game's broken. It hates me. It's irregular, but no but. Let's just catch this thing up quickly. Triggered that nice Stardust bonus by sneaking up on it all creepy like. Hang on now. I did, if you watched, I think it was during the the Jirachi research. Come on, look at that. It looks like it deflected it in air, like the ball bounced it around. Would you stop? Anyway, if you watch the Jirachi research, you know I caught one of these just in the wild. Excuse me, I was back on the step of getting 550 steel types or psychic types. I found one of these and I was like, hey, I'll get you. Hey, you're shiny. What? Cool. Alright, your stats are not even worth the trouble you put me through. You're getting out of my game right now. But we're going to go to the breakthrough box. Alright, let's see what we get. 2,000 Stardust. 5 Pinap Berries. Very nice. Didn't they say you're supposed to get Unova stones from these things? At least they didn't say they're guaranteed. But anyway, let's see what kind of Eevee we get today. Flower Crown, of course, but shiny or non-shiny? Lock it into place. Let's see what we get. We find, of course, non-shiny. Why would we get the shiny? So what I'm going to do for the rest of the day right now, I only have a half hour till lunch is done, so I'll be heading in there shortly. I'm going to continue trying to hatch up some eggs, see if I can get any more Pokemon around here to get some candy for our new recruits. I have gotten Barf, our Lillipup, up to needing 5,000 Stardust, so she's as powered up as we want her right now. I'll see if I can get some more candy to unlock some moves. In fact, it's decent. Let's see what we got for Dale as well. Where are you at? Dale? We've got 123, so not quite enough to get that new attack just yet. I mean, I could use it, but I want to wait and see if we can get some more candy for him. So let me do a quick little walk around, see if we can get any more candy for some of these Pokemon. So now that Barf and Dale are all powered up, ready for evolution, let's do just that. We're heading up to this level 1 raid right here. 2 of them should be able to, not really solo since there's 2 of them, but they should be able to duo it. But before we get up there and get into the battle, let's go ahead and find, where you guys at? There's Barf. We have enough candy to unlock the second charged move. Currently we have Tackle and Thunderbolt. We're going to get, what's the next move? Dig. Not bad for power. I don't know if they would keep that through evolution, but we will find out if they have that in their move pool. Dale as well, gonna get, in addition to Tackle and Hyper Fang, another charged attack in Dig. So I kind of hope this is a Clink, because now we have 2 Pokemon that are going to dig their way to victory. Alright, let's go find out what hatches up in 30 seconds. Alright, the egg is hatching right now. We see, it's a Patrat, but still something for us to get our evolutions from. I'm going to pop into a private group. I saw someone was attacking the gym and I want to make sure my guys earn their victory through their own hard work. Alright, so let me choose the team. We're going to let these guys kind of sit out. We don't need the rest of the heavy hitters for this. I hope not anyway. Barf and Dale, that should be all we need. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright, we got about a minute and 40 before the battle begins, so let's pop back in as the battle gets underway. Down to 5 seconds left for the raid to begin. I'm going to lead off with some tackling from Barf and try to get some of those digs off because they are stronger than Thunderbolt. Alright, let's pay attention because sometimes the game likes to suddenly throw damage my way when I clearly dodged, but let's see, what does this Patrat have against us? Looks like a standard tackle as well. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Look at, just with our own tackles we're doing a lot to it, but let's see what it has to hit us with. Alright, let's go for the dig. A nice 100 power attack. And you know what? Let's actually fire off a Thunderbolt too, just to show it. So it's got Grass Knot. Okay. That's not too much to worry about. Let's switch over into our own Patrat. Get Dale in here. Watch out for that Grass Knot. And so we'll get about halfway down. It's kind of funny seeing a supersized Patrat. It's almost like a, well, I said this before, but it's like a totem Pokemon from Gen 7, isn't it? Alright, so that Grass Knot kind of hurt. Come on, Hyper Fang! Grass Knot, no! Dodge that, let's switch back into Barf, who has more HP. I know, technically it doesn't matter if they faint, because once they heal up, they get all their HP back anyway. Or once they evolve, I should say, they get all their HP back. Let's go for that Dig attack right here. But I mean, just for the purposes of an earned victory, if they can make it through the battle without fainting, I kind of prefer that. So right there, they have won themselves a raid battle. Pretty cool, I like this. Okay, 2 golden raspberries. We got a rare candy, excellent. A nice chunk of Stardust. It's also a research task of mine complete. So let's see if we can capture this Patrat, a raid boss Patrat. 12 Premier Balls, I think I can probably handle it. Let's find out. Now, do we see the shiny? That would be nice, but as of right now, I'm not holding my breath for shinies from this game. It's just a standard. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and chuck a ball from here. Nice, great throw. Very cool. Do we get the catch? Yes, we do. Alright. So let's check the stats on this, see if it's decent. Will it be good as good as Dale, I should say? I don't know. You are pretty darn good. That's not bad at all. Only 4 points away from perfect. Alright, so with that, let's just jump right to the evolutions, because these two have fought hard to earn this. We've gathered all the candy we need. First of all, evolving Barf right here. So, like I said before, I like to get their charge moves as soon as possible, or the second charge move, because if it turns out that Herdier needs more than the 10,000 Stardust, 25 candy, then it's more of an investment later on. The sooner you can do it for cheaper, the better. There's our Herdier. Pretty cool. New addition to our Pokédex right there. We'll check that in just a moment. But before we do that, of course, we have, first of all, Takedown, Play Rough, and Thunderbolt. So we kept Thunderbolt through evolution. Cool. So, still gotta grind the candy to get up into Stoutland. But what I'm gonna probably do for Pokemon that need an even, higher evolution, like a Stage 2, I'll probably try to power them up again to get up to needing 6,000 Stardust for the power-ups. Just kind of how I'm gonna play through the game. And Dale, with 7 HP left, has... Wait, I don't have enough candy? Like, technically I do. You know what? We're just going to go with it. I can get 5 more Patrat candy anywhere. So let's get our Watchog in the game. Pretty cool stuff. Now, when we've seen them in Sprite mode in Gen 5, when they sleep, I don't think their eyes close. I think they sleep with their eyes open. Wait a minute. They glow? The yellow of their body glows? I did not know that. So Bite, Crunch, and Grass Knot. Yeah, they glow. Okay. And the yellow of the eyes glows as well. So let's go ahead, fire open the Pokédex, and see what these new entries have to say. First, let's check Herdier. That was our first evolution. Herdier, the loyal dog Pokemon. It has been living with people for so long that portrayals of it can be found on the walls of caves from long, long ago. I ain't seen none. Next up, we have Watchog, the lookout Pokemon. When they see an enemy, their tails stand high, and they spit the seeds of berries stored in their cheek pouches. So there's our 2 new evolutions right there. I think it's about time to round out this video and prepare for the next big step in Pokemon Go, which we'll talk about in just a moment as we finish off. That's going to pretty much wrap up today's video for Pokemon Go as we tackle into the Gen 5 edition of the Unova unveiling. I've said before, Gen 5 is like my least favorite of the generations, but I will say I'm kind of liking the Pokemon now that I'm getting them here in Pokemon Go. I don't know why. I guess because with them being added to Pokemon Go, I'm not being forced to use just them like I was back in Gen 5. The main series game, Gen 5 of Black and White, like I said, kind of left me not very impressed because they were forcing all these new species. But now it's just a matter that they're giving us additional species in Pokemon Go as opposed to replacing species, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, all that being said, I am enjoying the adventures once again, finding new Pokemon, looking on the nearby for those silhouettes, trying to find new species out in the wild. Pretty cool stuff, as always. And is there anything else to really mention? Nothing coming off the top of my head. But what I will say is, let me know in the comments down below, how are your adventures in Gen 5 of Pokemon Go progressing? What's your Pokedex looking like? We got, what is it, 11 right now? 11 Unovan species in our Pokedex. How's your Pokedex? And have you caught any of the kind of rare things such as, well, not even caught, but hatched, things like Dano? There is, what else is in there? Let's check the old news. A little brief recap for myself, as well as you out there. Let's see. So we can hatch Pharaoh Seed, Clink, Litwick, Golett, and Dano from the 10Ks. We got Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, Blitzel, Drillbur, and Fungus from the 5Ks. And of course, Patrat, Lillipup, Purloin, Pidove for 2Ks. So how are your adventures going? What kind of species have you found? And I will say I'm going to keep recording Pokemon Go because I'm kind of able to fit it into my schedule now, it seems. Since I'm always out and about playing the game about an hour after my class is done anyway, I guess I could record it, you know. Hopefully it's interesting enough for you folks to keep checking out. If not, I apologize. But hopefully it's enjoyable enough that you will be checking out my adventures and continuing to follow Professor Chaz as he journeys through the world of Pokemon Go. With that, I am going to record the next episode as soon as I'm done this one because there is special events happening in Pokemon Go as we speak. I got to talk about those in the next video. So as soon as I'm done this, rolling right into the next one. Stay tuned to the channel for a few days afterwards to see that video as it comes out. If you want to follow me on other social media, such as Instagram and Twitter, those are linked in the description, where I post kind of shorter little Pokemon Go updates, evolutions, new catches, sometimes it's gonna fill a whole video. So stay tuned for those on my other social media as described previously. All right, but with that, it is time now to sign off. Professor Chaz is out of here for now. Thank you folks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Welcome back, Pokemon.